And good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the 7th race of the season here for the Oreo Truck Series here in Season 5. Getting ready today to run at the high speeds of this amazing speedway known as Atlanta Motor Speedway as we get ready for the run of the Moxie 200. Today will be 33 laps of racing. Rohit Vidaru sits on the pole for today's event. 37th in points is where he comes in, so certainly a nice qualifying spot for him. He'll still try and pick up his first Truck Series win of the season. Trying to remember back, Rohit Vidaru didn't win a race last season in the Truck Series either, and how ironic for Rohit Vidaru. Look who he's starting alongside. His former ride when he won Oreo Truck Series Rookie of the Year last season. The Home Depot number 20 Toyota Tundra out of Joe Gibbs Racing, driven this season by John Cittadino. Cittadino ended up having a good qualifying run last week at Castle Gorge, but he got involved in just about every incident, and it dropped him to 15th in points. He looks to recover here today with a good run at Atlanta. Stephen Pollard III has been putting together some really good runs as of late, as he's moved himself up to 7th in the rookie points and 16 in overall points. He'll start off in the 3rd position. Alongside of him, Seth Cole, who comes in 38th in points. Has not been a good start to the season for the Geico Toyota Tundra. Then you got two former winners making up row number 3. Christopher Martin, who won at Auto Club. He currently sits 6th in points. And Jacob Cook, who ended up winning back at Las Vegas. Cook comes into this race currently 30th in the standings. We'll get these cars rolling off in just a minute. Adam Chambers, who comes in as the points leader. He'll roll off right there from the 7th position. He comes in with a huge points lead, 19-point advantage over our Daytona winner, Nick Eggleston. And then it's 20 points back to Danica Shirley, our winner from Phoenix, who lost the points lead last week after getting involved in an incident at Castle Gorge. Then 21 points back to Matthew Rodriguez. Right now, the top 4 are separated by 21 points, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, they're separated by only 3 points. It's awfully close there. Adam Chambers right now with a nice little advantage, but who knows? Maybe what happened to Danica Shirley last week will happen to Adam Chambers this week. We'll have to find out. Chambers is on a quest to set another NNSCRA historical landmark by making his 5th straight chase in the Oreo Truck Series chase for the championship. Here we go, though. We're going to get these cars, or these trucks, rather, rolling off. Sean Galligan moved himself up to 20th in points with his victory last week at Castle Gorge. Can he go for 2 Truck Series wins in a row? We'll find out. Trucks roll off. We will show you today's starting grid here from Atlanta Motor Speedway here in the Moxie 200. Everyone's good for the start. We'll see in just a moment for the green flag. Showed you Adam Chambers starting this race up in the 7th position. Nick Eggleston, who's going to be trying to run him down for the points lead today, if possible, starting all the way back in the 41st position. So he's got his work cut out for him, not only to get to the front, but also to be able to stay out of trouble to try and cut into that points lead Adam Chambers has accumulated after his good finish last week at Castle Gorge. But here we go, 33 laps of racing. Rohit Vidaru gets us under the green flag here at Atlanta. Vidaru going to take that early advantage, using that inside line to take the lead. Stephen Pollard III, he'll move into 2nd place now, underneath of John Cittadino. Now Christopher Martin going to look for 3rd place underneath of the 20, with the points leader Adam Chambers right behind. One car getting moved up there into the outside line 3 wide. Ryan Acosta just moved rookie Dom Capps up there. As our first lap of the day is going to be run under the green flag. That's very unusual here at Atlanta. Rohit Vidaru going to take the lead. Stephen Pollard the 3rd and 2nd. Another 3 wide back there with Christopher Martin, Adam Chambers, and John Cittadino. Seth Cole and Dylan Young in that mix as well. But that's allowing these top two to kind of pull away and enjoy a little bit of real estate. Now Christopher Martin, though, beginning to run them down as he's looking for his second Truck Series win of the season. And Stephen Pollard III says, oh, it's time to go. He's going to go to the inside line and look for the top spot. Christopher Martin going to line up there right with him, along with Adam Chambers and Dylan Young. And oh my goodness, are they 4 wide back there? Oh, they were almost 4 wide there between Seth Cole, John Cittadino, Jake Rogers, and Hayden Klein. But they settled it out to 3 and now double wide racing. But they're 3 wide up ahead of them. Dylan Young going to go underneath both Adam Chambers and Rohit Vidarvu. He'll go from 5th to 3rd in just 2 turns. He did get Chambers for 3rd place at the line right there. Jake Rogers lined up right behind him, our Season 1 Oreo Truck Series champion. As right now we got a battle for the lead. Christopher Martin wants it from Stephen Pollard III. Looks like he's going to take it too. Last time we were at a Speedway, it was Christopher Martin who took the checkers at Auto Club. Could he take the checkers here in his second straight Speedway start in that 48? Christopher Martin, he's right now a 2-time NNSCRA winner. He ended up winning a Snickers Cup Series event last season, and then on top of that, won at Auto Club Speedway in the Truck Series 2 weeks ago. Though to pick up his 3rd career NNSCRA victory and his 2nd of the season. Comes Dylan Young. He's trying to close in. Dylan Young, who really has had pretty good luck in the Truck Series in the last 2 seasons. We've seen him up at the front a lot. He's really been having a difficult time this season, but he seems to be turning it around. He's worked his way up to 19th in points and now having a great run here today at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Is now coming to the inside line. Barney Ward there along with Hayden Klein side by side for that 3rd position. Ryan Acosta there along with Jake Rogers, Adam Chambers, and Jacob Cook. And Jake Rogers going to move Hayden Klein out of the way. They're going to go 4 wide. They are 4 wide here at Atlanta. Oh, Cook down on the apron. Keep it together, guys. Oh, did Acosta get turned? Did Acosta get turned? No, he saved it. He saved it. They went 4 wide and kept it going here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Unbelievable, but I really would not advise them to do it again. Dylan Young is now taking the lead away from Christopher Martin, new leader here on lap 8 of 33. Ryan Acosta right there. No, this racetrack's been known as a track of second chances. For those of you who don't remember, last season we came here to Atlanta, and whoever ended up leading on lap 25 as part of a Christmas promotion, they made the chase for the championship. Oh man, Barney Ward side by side with his teammate there, Christopher Martin. Those two with a little bit of history, not exactly bad, but Barney Ward, when he and his teammate Dom Capps got together at Auto Club Speedway, brought out the caution, which allowed Christopher Martin to lead at the line and pick up his first Truck Series win. A little bit of an, I guess, well, what's the word I'm trying to look for? Unintentional assist, I guess is what I'm trying to say, on the part of Barney Ward. But oh, they're going to go 4 wide again. Bob Jones looking to the inside of Andrew Gonzalez. Trent Dunham there. Jake Rogers there. Are they going to keep it together again? Oh, yes, they did. Wow. Man, these guys putting on a show here at Atlanta. As right now, Jacob Cook's looking for his 2nd Truck Series win of the season. He's underneath of the Dylan Young machine. Dylan Young tried to get that big run off of the corner. And it looks like he will not be able to, though. Jacob Cook's going to keep the top, looks like, yeah, Jacob Cook's going to keep that inside line. So he will continue to battle there. How about rookie Bob Jones, currently the highest running rookie right now. Right behind him, though, Dom Capps and then Luke Walker, coming off a top 5 at Castle Gorge last week. Johnson Dean's been able to work his way back down the inside. And look at there, the Blue Deuce of Sean Galligan, looking for his 2nd straight Truck Series win of this season. And then how about we give a little bit of shout out right now to the driver of the 23. That's Nicole Williams, making her first career Truck Series start. We saw what she was able to do at Castle Gorge in her first Mulvin Cup Series start, where she ended up finishing very, very well, replacing her injured brother, Jake Williams. And now she's up here in the thick of it, inside the top 10 here in the Truck Series event. Sean Henley right behind. Kyle Sosnowski there as well. Both those drivers running well in points. Henley currently 14th in points and Sosnowski 9th in points. You know, I talked to Kyle Sosnowski before this event, and I was talking to him about how well they've been doing this season. He said their mentality coming into this season is to keep themselves inside the top 10. He had a great car last year when he drove the 28. He was inside the top 10 for most of the season, and then with about 3 weeks remaining until the chase cut off, things just seemed to fall off on that 28 team, and Kyle Sosnowski ended up missing the Oreo Truck Series chase for the championship. He says this season is a season of redemption because he knows that that 7 car, if it can get up there into the chase, they're going to be a contender for the championship. As now, new leader is the Hendrick Motorsports Chevrolet of Dom Capps. Dom Capps, a great run right now for that 24. He actually had a great run going for him last week at Castle Gorge, or not Castle Gorge, I'm sorry. I meant 2 weeks ago at Auto Club before he and Barney Ward got involved there, coming down to the white flag in an incident, which ended up giving their teammate Christopher Martin the win, as I've mentioned before. Right now, it's almost looking like a 2-car battle for the lead, though. Jacob Cook and Dom Capps, they've been able to keep the distance between themselves, and now the 3rd place car of Kyle Sosnowski. Comes Trent Dunham. It's really been a dismal start to the Oreo Truck Series season for him. He's fallen all the way down to 32nd in points, coming off, I believe, 2 straight DNFs. Nice run for him right now, though, as he's currently right behind Kyle Sosnowski, now into 4th place. And look at that. Just as soon as we ended up talking about those 2 cars, Cook and Dom Capps pulling away, the whole field came right to him. And look at the Hendrick Motorsports power up here. You got Dom Capps, you got Christopher Martin, and you've got Barney Ward. The only car missing is actually now working his way up to the front. Oops, wrong car, sorry. Emilio Navarrete. There he is, currently in the 14th position, now trying to get by Jake Rogers. We are just about halfway. I think it's about time to find out where our points leaders are running. Where is Adam Chambers currently at this point? Chambers is currently running in the 25th position, now about to get passed by our Bristol winner, Rod Houston. Nick Eggleston, he started at the back of the pack, as we know. Has he been able to make up any ground at all? He's currently still running at the back of the pack. In the 36th position is where we find the driver of the 98, our winner from Daytona. We saw Danica Shirley up there in the middle of a 3-wide battle. Let's see where they're currently scoring her. Our winner from Phoenix, currently in the 15th position. So right now, Danica Shirley is the highest runner of the top 3 in points. Is still back there having some problems is Adam Chambers. He just lost a spot to John Cittadino. Now he's got Andrew Gonzalez challenging him on the high side. Let's quickly jump back up to the front. We may have a new leader. Yes, we do. It is Kyle Sosnowski in the Speed Energy Dodge. He has taken the top spot. Barney Ward now trying to take 2nd place away from Jacob Cook. Look at Sean Galligan up here in the mix now as well. Stephen Pollard III's worked his way back up here along with Dylan Young. 20 laps here at Atlanta. They've all been run under the green flag. Incredible that is. And here comes the Barney Ward and Jacob Cook machines trying to get that inside line going to try and run down Kyle Sosnowski again. Sosnowski last week had a pretty stellar weekend at Castle Gorge, trying to ride that momentum to his first Truck Series win here. It would be his 2nd career NNSCRA victory as he picked up his first last week at Castle Gorge in the Moblin Cup Series event. Dodge is kind of showing himself up here right now with Kyle Sosnowski and Sean Galligan. Oh man, they're going to go 3 wide back there. The pole sitter, Rohit Vidarvu, now working his way back up to the front, bringing rookie Sky Commons along with him. Vidarvu now challenging Nicole Williams. And currently, Rohit Vidarvu is running in the 7th position. So Nicole Williams is just inside the top 10, currently in 6th. And oh my goodness, that was awfully close right there. Vidarvu nearly getting into that left rear of the 23. Got to be impressed with Nicole Williams. I mean, it must be very intimidating for a rookie to come in middle of the season after the season's already started. Completely inexperienced and try and race these guys. But Nicole Williams has certainly seemed to be up to the task because she ended up finishing top 10 in her Moblin Cup Series start last week. And she's running in the top 10 right now in her first Truck Series start. Meanwhile, up front, Kyle Sosnowski the leader, but I'll tell you what, Jacob Cook, if he's not leading, he always seems to be running in the 2nd position, challenging for the lead. And oh, they're going to make some pit stops. We got pit stops going on here on lap number 23 with 10 laps to go. Sosnowski, Cook, Dom Capps, Barney Ward, and there was a spin on the front straightaway. There was a spin with Andrew Gonzalez and Dylan Poteet, and that's a caution. Oh boy, these guys have got to get their pit stops done now and in a hurry. let's jump to our pit lane camera here. They got to get off pit road before the leaders come back around. And they're not going to be able to. This is terrible for these guys. They're all going to fall a lap down to the new leader, Sean Galligan, who will lead us under the caution flag. Oh my goodness, Sosnowski, Cook, Dom Capps, Barney, Ward, John Cittadino. A lot of these drivers are running inside the top 5 for a majority of the day. And the points leader, Adam Chambers, is on pit road. He's going to fall a lap down as well. Never did I think this was how this race was going to turn out. Just when drivers were making pit stops, the caution comes out, and a majority of the field, about half the field, is going to get caught a lap down. With Sean Galligan now the leader, and now looks like he's going to be leading the rest of the pack that did not pit the last time by down pit road this time. The only difference is he and the rest of these guys will stay on the lead lap. Everybody else, I don't know if they'll be able to cycle around onto the tail end lead lap or not. We'll find out in just a moment as Sean Galligan, looking for his second straight Truck Series victory, leads the drivers down pit road. He is the current leader at this moment. And take a look at this. Amazingly enough, it started with the points leader, Adam Chambers. Let's see what exactly happened here. He's down there on the inside line, almost looking like he was actually going to come down and pit. And then there's contact between Christopher Martin and Carter Keselowski. That's going to send the 51 up into Ron Vajara Jr. Then he goes up also into Bob Jones. Jones goes up in front of Andrew Gonzalez. And then, oh yeah, and then here you go. Bob Jones going to get into the 16 again and again and again, just trying to get off of him. Dylan Pote, I think, is going to kind of scrape the wall, so he's trying to avoid this. Bob Jones comes down into Tryfon Reed right there. They make some contact, and then Ryan Acosta comes up off the nose of Anthony McCrory, and he'll go into the outside retaining wall, and that, I believe, is what brought the caution out, because the 21 was not able to save it. Ryan Acosta spins out right there, right in front of Andrew Gonzalez, Dylan Pote, and Anthony McCrory. And that brought out the caution flag. And all those drivers there on the apron had already committed to come down pit road, so they had to try and get off pit road, but they could not get past the start-finish line before Galligan came around. That is a tough break for those guys. I would not have expected that was when the caution would have come out. I thought we were going to race clean and green to the checkers, and that pit strategy was going to come into play. Oh boy, is it ever. So we're under the caution. Let's go back to green. Galligan, I believe, had gotten off pit road as the leader. Well, this is certainly a rather bizarre turn of events here in the final events of this race. We're looking here at Kyle Sosnowski, but he is not the leader. He is on the tail end of the lead lap, currently in 28th. Then you got Jacob Cook 29th, Barney Ward 30th, Dom Capps in 31st, 32nd Danica Shirley, 33rd Hayden Klein, John Cittadino 34th, 35th Felix Harris, 36th Seth Cole, Christopher Martin 37th, 38th Chris Dollerton, Trent Dunham 39th, 40th Alex Tanker, the pole sitter Rohit Vidarvu all the way back in 41st, and there is your leader, Sky Commons. So everybody with the exception of one driver, which is Adam Chambers, who is, I believe, a lap down. He may have DNF'd, I don't know for certain, but everybody that is still on the racetrack is still in the lead lap, but Sky Commons is starting here in the lead, way back behind all these other drivers who are on the tail end of the lead lap. No doubt about it, those green flag pit stops certainly shuffled this field up, so Sky Commons and the rest of these leaders are going to have trouble here with drivers who are on the tail end of the lead lap from, I believe it was 23rd on back through 41st. Second place could be Stephen Pollard the third. Third place, Luke Walker. Fourth, Emilio Navarrete. Richard Johnson, fifth. Nicole Williams will be sixth. Sean Galligan, who led us onto pit road. He didn't exactly have the fastest of pit stops. He'll be seventh. Eighth, Ron Vajara Jr. Sean Henley, ninth. And completing the top 10 is Eric Burton. As we go back to green, let's see. Sky Common's going to have his hands full because these are not damaged lap cars. These are drivers who are up to speed, who just had pit strategy not go their way. So Sky Commons, if he's going to get away from Stephen Pollard III, he's got to make a lot of evasive moves and quickly, because any move he makes underneath the truck, no doubt Stephen Pollard III is going to try and go with him. Whoa! Man, Sky Commons getting loose there, and Trent Dunham's headed for pit road again. Something going on with Trent Dunham's machine, I don't know what. He just had to dive for pit road one more time there, as we have a total now of 4 laps to go here at Atlanta. Sky Commons out in front. Second place has now been taken away from Stephen Pollard III by Emilio Navarrete. He takes second. Third place now going to be Richard Johnson, as Galligan's now going to look for fourth place 1 week after coming off his first Truck Series win of the season. He'd love to be able to go 2 in a row as Navarrete and Richard Johnson now try and run down Sky Commons. 3 laps to go. Sky Commons right now has a little bit of distance between himself and Navarrete, but they're starting to close that up, and it doesn't look like Sky Commons is closing any ground on Rohit Vidarvu or Alex Tanker up ahead. So it doesn't look like those drivers that were ahead of Sky Commons are going to come into play in the at least factor into who's going to win this race. Well, as soon as I say that, now Sky Commons starts to close in on the back bumper of both Vidarvu and Alex Tanker, as Navarrete has now closed in on Sky Commons. Which way is he going to go? He thought about going the high line, now thinks better of it, gets back down on the low line, along with Richard Johnson, as now Sky Commons will try and go to work here on these drivers on the tail end of the lead lap. Now going to the inside of the pole sitter, Rohit Vidarvu. Can he make that pass? Look at Navarrete. Navarrete tried to go in the middle. He's still trying to go in through the middle. Oh my goodness, they're 3 by 3 by 3 up ahead of him. This is going to get hairy before it's all over. White flag in the air. Sky Commons, Emilio Navarrete. Richard Johnson now looks low for second place. He may be thinking about taking the lead here coming down the back straightaway. They're 3 by 3 by 3 by 3, and the leader, Sky Commons, is right in the middle of it. Oh my goodness, Sky Commons on that inside line. That's the best place for him to be right now in the middle of a 3-wide situation. He still is on the inside line, and now he's starting to close in a little bit of ground away from Richard Johnson. Here we go, battles on for second. The lead is secure. Sky Commons is going to do it. Pit strategy works for him. He picks up his first career win in the NNSCRA, winning today at Atlanta. Wow. No way, by no stretch of the imagination, would I have told you that was going to be the finish of this race. Completely unexpected, and wow, Sky Commons, what an impressive run there for that 25 team. Sky Commons came into this race down in the 24th position in points. And here today, what a win for that rookie driver. Take a look at the official finishing results as Sky Commons picks up his first career win. A lot of rookies are doing that lately. We had John Citadino get his first career Snickers Cup Series win. Actually got his first 2 Snickers Cup Series wins. We've had Austin Ogo be able to go to victory lane for the first time in his career. Kyle Sosnowski, Sky Commons adds his name to the list here this season. Richard Johnson, nice run for him in second. Emilio Navarrete, what a great run for him, a well-needed run. And before I continue on with Emilio Navarrete, Richard Johnson, by the way, came in dead last in the points. So what an impressive run today, a well-needed run for the driver of that 8 car. But Emilio Navarrete, as I mentioned, he wasn't doing so well in the points, 28th in points, a great run for him. Sean Galligan, nice follow-up run after his win last week at Castle Gorge. He'll get 4th. Sean Henley, nice job by him to get the 5th position. 6th place going to be Eric Burton. Then you've got Stephen Pollard the 3rd, nice run for that rookie in 7th. 8th place for rookie Nicole Williams, making her Truck Series debut here today. Man, she is really impressing right now. She's finished top 10 now in her first 2 NNSCRA starts. Then you got Charles Jackson. That's a well-needed run for him as he came in 40th in points. He'll finish the day in 9th and 10th place. Another driver who needed a good run, Tony Blazer. He came in 39th in points. So 3 drivers who were 39th, 40th, and 42nd in points, leaving with top 10 finishes today. That's something that happens here at Atlanta. A lot of drivers are able to capitalize and get their seasons turned around. Not rightly sure who's going to be the points leader heading to next week's race at Infineon. Adam Chambers finished in this race in the 38th position, we're being told. Man, Adam Chambers, that's not exactly the best finishing result. Where did second in points Nick Eggleston finish? 18th place. I don't know if that's going to be enough to get the points lead as far as Eggleston's concerned. We're going to have to wait for the official word from the NNSCRA to find out if that will be the case. But anyway, congratulations to Sky Commons on his first career win. His first win as well here in the Truck Series. Hope you guys enjoyed today's race. We'll be having Mobile and Snickers Cup Series action coming here at Atlanta for you very, very soon. Then we head to the first road course of the season at Infineon. If you enjoyed today's race, be sure to give it a like, subscribe to become a part of the crew today. We'll see you guys next time. Here comes your official finisher results, your rookie points, and your overall point standings heading into next week. You've been watching a production of the NNSCRA Offline Racing at its best.